All right, we are now live. Let me go ahead and restart this YouTube browser here so I can see chat, and then we will get started, guys. Welcome into Wade's Ventures YouTube channel. By the way, as I get this rolling, we have an amazing guest, somebody that's been following me for a very long time. And guys, I got half my face is still numb from the dentist, so it's just a weird feeling when I'm doing this. So bear with me, but we've got so many people in chat, already 30 people. Let me say hello to some people, and then we'll introduce our amazing guest. Oh my gosh, you guys are quick. You guys are quick. Let me get this web browser. Okay, cool. All right, so we have some really cool people in here. Hot Mess Hustler, what's going on? Mr. Pac-Man, my admin, locking it down in chat. I appreciate it, buddy. Sell quick, ship quick. I am going to start working on my health. I know you do a lot of that. We have Lisa in chat. Nice. So many cool people, guys. Welcome in. All right, so let's get into it. As you guys know, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, I have amazing people on this YouTube channel. People that I really respect, people that are in, the reseller community that hasn't yet started a YouTube channel, or maybe they have, but they don't have a lot of followers. This is for people that are really cool that just aren't in the limelight yet. And I try to uncover really cool people. So we've got one on our channel now. Without further ado, go ahead and introduce yourself, because you have been an amazing follower for mine for a while.
Hey guys, so I'm Lisa, aka Nani's Treasures, and I am reselling on Poshmark and trying out eBay.
And a Poshmark. I like that, because as you know, Lisa, from watching all my shows, I am trying to do a lot of Poshmarks. So that's really cool. How long have you been watching my show, Lisa, by the way?
I want to say for at least 2.5 months now. That's when I started my journey. So
it's grown quite a bit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So by the way, you messaged me a couple of days ago. What was it? When did you message me to want to be on the show?
I think it was probably a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure.
And time flies. Yes, time flies. So let's get into this show, guys. Lisa's been a great supporter of ours, and I say of ours because we're all in this for a very long time. So Lisa, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you full-time, part-time, both on eBay and Poshmark?
I am. I would consider myself full-time right now. I am currently not at work, although I should be, but I have been injured on the job, and I have not been to work since November, and I wanted to try something different. It's my second injury, and I've only been there for a year and a half. So half of the time that I've been off work, it's been crazy for injuries. So I just don't want to go back in the environment.
I mean, you've seen some of these, some of the great people that we've had on here. That a lot of them have had injuries,
Mm-hmm.
And eBay is a great way. You can do this at home without, a lot of energy. And I mean, what I mean by that is I guess you don't have to like physically drive somewhere, have a boss. I mean, there's a lot of cool perks selling online and on Poshmark, and I want to uncover that with you. So I'm really curious. So let's rewind the tape here. Tell me when you first discovered that there was something called eBay and that you can sell on it.
Well, I've known about eBay for a long time. Of course, I've bought stuff off of eBay many times, more for my husband and car parts and stuff that he wants, accessories. And, I knew that you could sell on there. I just never really dug into it. I found Poshmark before I actually even thought about eBay because of my brother's girlfriend. She occasionally sells on Poshmark. And so I was like, I'm just going to see if there's any YouTube videos on how to start, where to start, what you should do, tips and tricks, because I didn't want to fall flat on my face. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. And then I discovered 10K on the Bay, or Daily Refinement. And then I discovered you, and your interview is the first one that I saw on his channel.
Really?
So that's how I got you.
Huh.
And then of course I've followed many more, especially the bin pickers. My daughter likes watching bin pickers with me too. So.
Yep. Oh wait, now how do they do that? How do they do that? How do they do it? I feel like watching one of their YouTube videos. They do. Somebody in chat may know how the bin pickers. Good. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I hope they never change that, because I am always like, I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of like the Rally Roots like fist pump. You know, I'm always like, wait for it. It's coming.
Exactly.
Bin pickers are amazing. So that's cool. So when you were doing, like, when you were working, right, and you considered to do eBay and Poshmark, and by the way, it's really cool that you're on 2 platforms. We'll talk a little bit more about that, because I think it's really important to do at least 2 different platforms. So tell us a little bit about, like, I want to know, how is life selling on eBay with your children? How many kids do you have? If you're comfortable telling me their names, that's great. Maybe their age, and tell us a little bit about your family life integrated in with eBay.
Okay, so I have 5 kids. Carlos is my oldest. He's 23. I have another son. His name is Christopher. He is 21. I have a daughter who's 20. Her name is Cassandra. Call her Cassie. And then I have my wonderful daughter who's hiding behind me, or in front of me, I should say. She's 18. She's married and she's pregnant, but her name is Mia. And then I have a son who's 16. And his name is Mark, and he's a pain in the butt sometimes, but it's okay because he's 16, right? Then I also have a granddaughter and then a grandson on the way. But only 2 of my children live with me because the other 3 are grown. They live back in Dallas, where we came from. And so, it's great. My daughter, she's been doing Poshmark as well, trying it out, so earn some money, because she's about to pop like in 5 weeks. So she's trying to earn some money for the baby. But it's been great. They're real. My 2 younger kids, they're really supportive of what I do. They help me out when I need help. So
now, this is I'm really curious, but I bet you Christmas time around your house is amazing, right? I mean, having all those people, I'm always wondering, like, because our family's so kind of smaller, so one of these times I would love to be like, a fly on the wall with the family. It's got like a ton of people on Christmas, and just see how it goes, and all the food and presents. But I thought it'd be really cool to have a big family. You obviously have a big family. How is it having a big family?
It's kind of crazy at times. This past year, though, my 3 older kids, they weren't able to make it for Christmas, but we still had fun. I know that when people come over and they see the presents under the tree, they're like, "Oh my God, there's like 1 million presents." And I'm like, "There's only like 5 for each kid."
Poor Santa is back. That's really
right.
Cool. So, okay. So you said that your 2 youngest kids are really supportive. What do they think of you selling on eBay and Poshmark? Like, what do they think about mom, selling stuff online? And not only that, but what does your friends and family think of you selling online?
Well, like I said, my 18-year-old daughter, she was sitting there with me, and of course, her and my husband had kind of the same reaction, that, "Oh my goodness," whatever, that look on their face. But then when I actually did my first deposit, they were like, "Now wait, what is that?" So my daughter, I helped her get started on Poshmark. She's still learning a lot. Of course, with her being pregnant, it's kind of difficult for her to actually do more. But whatever she's doing, she's doing. I think she was kind of hooked after her first sale. She sold some old Nikes she had on top of her closet. I think they sold for what, $45?
That's
so
right.
She's pretty excited about that, because she only wore them like one time.
Huh?
So, and then my youngest son, he started giving my daughter some clothes to put on Poshmark and say, "Here, sell these. Here, you can sell these too." So, and like I said, my older kids, they're okay. I mean, we don't really talk about it much. They know I do it, but they don't ask me questions about it. My dad thinks it's really freaking cool. He's like, "Well, how do you do this?" And, "Oh, that's awesome." So he had like an hour conversation with me about it. So
by the way, it's really cool that you have your dad and that you can kind of talk to, about him. There's so many people on here. I think I'm trying to remember, there was 2 people. It was Tanya Thrifty Treasures has her mom. Yeah, her mom. Yeah, her mom has been a long time eBayer, and they did a little ride together and got items. So I think that's really cool. What are we having? Are we having a boy or a girl?
We are having a little boy, and she's getting another sonogram next week. She's to the point where they're doing it every week. They're going in every week. So she's not every 2 weeks or every month now.
After this video is done, put some comments below with some cool boy names, unique ones if we can.
She already has her name.
Really?
She decided it at the gender reveal. She has her name picked out. She's laughing. She's going to name him Dominic Lucian Manriquez. That's her married name. So
that's awesome. We have Jenamine in chat, by the way, guys. She's got a great YouTube channel. She says, I want to see the baby bump. And then we also have another comment from Pac-Man. It's not too late to have a massive family. I say massive. He said big, but massive family yet, Wade. So two comments I thought we'd throw out there. the baby bump.
She's coming. Oh. She's get my little baby in here.
Oh my gosh. This explains where babies come from.
Yes, this is my little baby right here.
Now, do you have you tried like laying ice cream or food on your belly yet? I mean, that's a perk.
All the time.
All the time. Although he doesn't like it. He'll like push it. So he's like, no, not today, Mom.
Well, congratulations to you guys. I think that's awesome. It's really cool to experience like having a kid. It's changed my life. You drive a little slower. You think you look at things differently, and it's really cool. Congratulations. And not only that, but like I want to congratulate you on doing Poshmark too, because you got to do what you can do to bring in money. And I think that's really cool that you're learning a platform like Poshmark. It is going to be a big part of my life as I'm going full time. You know, I've only got 120 items or so on there, and I think I'm going to ramp it up to 2,000 or 3,000. So I think that's really cool that not only
I don't think I can share all your items if you get that far. I already share enough in your closet.
Yeah, I know. I by the way, thank you so much for doing that. That is awesome. I am following you on Poshmark, right? I could have swore.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I think you've even shared some of my stuff before.
Mm-hmm. I'm like obsessed with getting Poshmark ambassador, guys. And I'm like 83% now. So are you Poshmark ambassador yet?
Yes, I got it in 2.5 weeks of being on there.
Oh my gosh. You are hardcore. How many times did you click on that thing? You did your desktop. You couldn't have done on your phone.
Oh, actually, I have a tip for you, Wade.
Oh, okay.
So, everybody always talks about it so much faster to do it on the computer. I disagree because I do it on my phone, but I don't do it in the app. I just pull up the internet browser and then turn my phone like this, and then that's how I do it.
Lisa.
So I get a lot of shares in, a lot of shares in.
You dropped a bombshell on this channel just now, because how many times was I out and about, which is a lot, unfortunately, and I'm like, I would like to share my closet, but it takes, why didn't I think about doing a web browser? Oh my gosh.
Well, see, I have a little bit of ADHD and I'm OCD. So with that being said, it can be quite overwhelming because my brain's going 90 to nothing, but yet I got to perfect that one thing that pops up. So I'm like, how am I going to get all these shares in? So I was like, wait, I wonder if I could pull it up on the internet, if it'll let me do it that way on my phone. And it's touch screen. So you're just sitting there back and forth. So that's how I get it done so fast. And I'm almost up to 18,000 shares, community shares.
Wow. You were impressive. I never thought about that. I'm putting your YouTube channel link in the chat, guys. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. I know we're early into the video. I'll do it periodically. This is her YouTube. That's the link. Hit it. Subscribe. What's going on? Good stuff. By the way, Lisa, the way I do it now was I would open up a web browser, and then the top right, I would zoom it out as much as I can, so that way I can see more products, and then it'll make it quicker for me to click. But for your tip about doing it on a web browser is huge, because I couldn't do it from the app, and the web browser is cool because I'm out and about. Yeah, I want to be able to click that thing when I'm out and about, and I couldn't do that.
And see, that's the thing. Like, I have bad anxiety. Like when people are driving, if I'm not driving, I can't watch the way everybody's driving. Especially here in San Antonio, we got a lot of crazy drivers here that don't know how to drive. So I sit there when my husband's driving, and I'm just sitting there back and forth. I don't even want to see the road. But for me, it is quicker than moving the mouse across the pad, clicking, 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 scrolling, clicking. So that's it.
Nice. By the way, Barry, I don't know if you can see chat, but Barry said subscribe to number 15. Every time I put links in chat, this is kind of our thing at Wade's Ventures YouTube channel. People like to put what number they subscribed at. So guys, subscribe to her channel, and then tell me what number you subscribed on her channel. That would be amazing. We have Debs in chat. Hello from Mississippi. How y'all doing tonight? Let's see. So guys, if you have any questions, let's put it in chat. Let's get on with this interview, guys. I just get caught up on baby talk now. And
Well,
women's clothing.
You're expecting another one, right?
Yes.
So you have every right to have that baby fever going on right now.
Oh yes. I don't know. I'm thinking now possibly either adopting a girl or trying for one more time to get a girl would be. I've always wanted one girl. I know you guys are a lot of work.
Cringing faces over here. So.
Pac-Man said number 19 subbed. That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right. So I asked you full-time, part-time. I know, a little bit about your back end there. So tell me what state, you already told us what state you're living in, but where are you thrifting at near you? So where around you do you like to thrift at for eBay and Poshmark?
So, when we first moved here, we found there's 2 Goodwills by my house. And one of them, I call it like Jean City, because there's like rows and rows and rows of women's jeans. But they actually were in a little bit of an uppier neighborhood, courtesy of my husband and him being so wonderful to us. But so we get a lot of good quality items. But there's also a Salvation Army that's right next to my post office. It's 5 minutes up the road. And they do okay. Their prices have actually gone up, and I'm not sure if they got a new manager. But my Goodwill that's really close to my house, their prices are going down because they got a new manager who said, this is ridiculous. You should not be pricing these clothes like this. So they are revamping, they're rearranging, they're repricing. He was pulling stuff back into the back room to reprice. Well, then I found out about our outlet, our Goodwill outlet out here. And then today I discovered we have, what did I say it was? Family thrift outlet. So every day, everything starts at $2, and then every day it goes down by a quarter. So, and then it comes down to 25 cents eventually, and then they start over.
Wow. I haven't heard of that.
We have to go check that one out.
Yes. Trader says, I've got 4 daughters. There are a lot of drama. I could see having 4 daughters. It'd be interesting. Wade, do we have a name picked out yet? No. That's why at the end of the channel, guys, put some unique boy names in the comments, and Ashley, I'm sure, will read them. All right. So first and foremost, I have 5 Goodwills around me. One of them I refuse to go to because their prices are outrageous. I literally go in there, and I'm one of those guys that will go through every single rack. And I will go in there and I'll only get two items. And so I'm just like, I'm not coming here again. So I don't know what happened. Their managers just prices stuff extremely high. I mean, there was stuff, there was like random Nike items with different company logos, which I actually like selling sometimes, but this stuff is going for $25. And I'm like a polo. It's just ridiculous. So I don't go there, but all the other ones are amazing. And as you know, Lisa, you've probably seen my Instagram, and you have an Instagram too. So what's your Instagram name, by the way? Is it the same as your first and last?
Yes, you can find me by Nani's Treasures on just about everything.
Nice.
Except for eBay, because I don't have a store yet.
You need to get a store, and we're going to talk about that. That's amazing. So I appreciate you just joining, by the way, Otto. Appreciate it. Guys, welcome in. All right. So everybody should like this video and show support. Great information. I appreciate that. We'll get to the nuts and bolts of this thing, but that's amazing comment. Thank you so much. We have a question. Where is Lisa from?
I am originally from Dallas, Texas, and we moved here a little over 2.5 years ago to San Antonio, Texas.
Do you, oh my, I think if I lived in Texas, tell me if I'm wrong, but have you been eating a lot of barbecue or no?
Well, we do like barbecue, but my husband's better.
Oh man. Drop the mic there, huh? I like that. Oh man. If I'm ever in that area, I would love to. I am a barbecue connoisseur. And how does your husband support you on eBay and Poshmark? Like what's his role in things? Tell me a little bit about that. Sounds like he's pretty supportive.
Hello, did I just hear a cha-ching?
Yes. Wow. You're good luck,
Yes.
Lisa. You want to come on tomorrow? All right.
I don't think they would allow me to do 2 days. I think they would get bored of me. But my husband, he's great. He's like I said, when I first brought up doing Poshmark, he was, kind of had the typical eye roll, like, okay, whatever. And then when he saw in the bank that I had made a deposit, he was like, oh, okay. Well, then he was like, hey, babe, why don't you just go pull $40 out and go see what you can find to sell? And I was like, yeah. Well, now he's really supportive. He came out here to my garage because it's where I do all my photography and stuff. He cleaned it out. He helped me rearrange the whole thing because, like I said, I'm injured. So him and my son came out here and helped do a whole lot of work in the garage this past weekend to give me more room since I've gotten more stuff. And but he's, he always and like he called me about an hour before we got started, and he was asking me what I was doing, and I told him, I was like, I'm getting ready to do Wade's interview. And he was like, oh, I forgot, I'm sorry. He goes, well, just text me when you're done, and because he's not here, he's actually out of town right now. So
by the way, the thumbs up for a supportive spouse. I think that's cool. Is that where you take your photos? Tell me a little bit about that. I see that white background. Is that where you take them? Do you use mannequins?
Actually, I had a white background, but my pictures kept coming out like still a little dark. This is actually a very light gray.
Huh.
So it's really a cool little, okay guys, this is actually a curtain.
Wow.
It is a curtain. I have the other panel is actually on my table that I have in front of me right now. This is where I do my flat lays. And then I have 2 umbrella lights, which has helped my photos, but I still get a lot of shadows, still learning. But yeah, this is where I do them. Like I said, this is just a curtain. Behind it, there was actually a sheet, a white sheet.
Now, do you use mannequins or do you do flat lay and then just hang on the wall?
No, I do have a mannequin, and my daughter did name her Becky.
I was going to ask you that.
Yes, her name is Becky, and she makes everything look fabulous, even the ugliest stuff we could find to put on her. Yep,
and that ugly stuff sells. As Resell Remedy would say, her goat wouldn't even wear it, but it will still sell.
And I think because I'm trying to transition some of my old clothes that I have listed because they were dark, 1. And 2, I didn't have them on mannequins because I didn't have it yet. My husband actually ordered this for me on eBay. And now that I'm getting the hang of it, I'm starting to try to pull 2 or 3 things out every day to re-photograph and relist them. And then as well as doing new listings.
So real quick before we go on to the next one, because we've got some good nuggets here. We do this every single show. So we've got 70 people watching. I'm assuming some of these people, came in late. So can you do like a 30-second who you are and what you're all about? And it looks like Resell Remedy just subscribed to your channel, which is amazing, number 24. So I appreciate that. So guys, Lisa, go ahead and give us like 30 seconds of who you are for the people that joined late.
I'm Lisa Melendez. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Everything that I have is under Nonny's Treasures, Nonnys Treasures. I am on Poshmark and I'm starting eBay. I've only been on there for about 3 weeks. And I do have an Instagram. Although I don't use it very often, I still have it. I'm going to get better at it. I am.
So how many items do you have on Poshmark right now?
264 listings
And
that are active.
okay. And how long did you say you were on Poshmark?
I signed up on February 21st and I listed my first item on February 26th.
Now, what's the differences that you notice between, since you've been on, this is the first time, you're the first guest I've had that has started on Poshmark first and not eBay. So it's really unique perspective because you started on Poshmark. So what's the difference between Poshmark and eBay that you see, good and bad?
Well, for me, I think that Poshmark is easier, I guess, because I started there first. It's easier for me to list on. It's easier for me to find things. But I actually sat down and really studied how to do everything, the tips and tricks. And now I'm trying to focus some on eBay, but I'm trying to add that in slowly because I'm still trying to keep my Poshmark going at the rate I already do. Because I don't want to lose any sales because I'm trying to focus on eBay. But with eBay, I think right now I only have 21 items listed, but I'm going to make it a goal to continue to add more and more to it. But I don't know. I mean, eBay for me, I guess it's hard for me to try to find comps and price things at a certain, because it feels like it's so much more all over the place, but because there's so many more listings than what Poshmark has. So it's going to be trial and error, but I know that I will get there. One thing at a time, though.
Now regarding Poshmark, I'm still new at Poshmark. How do you research comps? Like what sold's on Poshmark?
So what I do first is I type in the brand and the item. And then when I go through, I look for, like if it's a pair of jeans, I look for 7 for All Mankind jeans. And then they'll pop up. And then what I'll do is I'll make sure that there's no filters on it. It's just plain Jane 7 for All Mankind blue jeans. And then I'll go in and I'll add the specific size I have. And then I go from there. And then I'll look at what I like to do is I like to look at what's listed first of the item I have and see what their price range is. And then I go to the sold and see what they're selling for. So then I'll try to find a good balance between that.
So Farm Girl Scavenger said, smash the like button and I'm already subscribed. That is amazing. Go check out her YouTube channel, guys. Hopefully she's getting more videos out soon. All right. So how has reselling changed your life? I asked this question. It's a deep question, I know, but how has it changed your life? Give us everything you've got on this one, because I think it really helps us understand like how, you as a person integrates with the platform and how you sell online.
Okay. Well, first of all, I was a stay-at-home mom for 23 years. I started working probably, like I said, about 1.5 years ago. And where I work, I am not allowed to take my phone to my station with me. It has to go into a locker. So it was very difficult for me to have to put all the responsibilities of the kids on my husband when that's always been my job. I've always taken care of the kids. I've always dealt with the schools and everything else. So since I've been injured and I've been able to start taking up the reselling, like with my daughter being pregnant, I like to be able to take her to the doctor. I don't want my husband to have to do that, especially if he's having to go out of town or anything. It's just making this a lot easier for me to be able to handle all the daily life that I used to do before I started working, but yet still make some money. My son, he needs a little extra push on school. He's at that age where it's like he just whatever. And then, like I said, with my daughter, I want to be able to be there to be as supportive as I can before she does up and move off to Maryland. Here coming the end of the year. I'm going to be so sad.
Uh-oh, I can see it in your eyes now. Baby, the baby as well. That's going to be tough. But hopefully you have they have good food over there, right?
Oh yeah, especially considering what I have done over the last 2 years is I've started putting together a binder. It's literally just a 1/2 inch binder, and I've got all these sheet protectors in it. And what I do is I've been typing up and printing out all of my recipes and putting them in the books for my girls to take with them. My youngest son actually asked me if I could make him one too, because he's like, I'm gonna need to know how to cook this, Mom. But like I said, I've been a stay-at-home mom. I have 5 kids. Of course, you've got to figure out budget-friendly meals. Yeah, that was very difficult. But over the years, I've learned how to use 2 chicken breasts to feed the entire family of 7.
So
Go figure.
I have a question for you, and then I have another follow-up question. So, okay, wait. Oh, sorry. Okay, wait, made it home. Sorry, that wasn't a question. But so guys, Beth in chat, she's in chat right now. She's literally 30 feet away from me. She is my neighbor. I taught her how to eBay, and I'm super proud of her because you get, okay, we all know that sometimes, it's hard to take feedback, and I think Beth has took my feedback tenfold, and she's crushing on eBay. One of these days we'll have her on the show. But she asked, what is your favorite things to sell? If you can sell anything on eBay, what would it be?
On eBay,
or Poshmark.
Well, on Poshmark, I like doing jeans. I think they're really easy for me they're faster for me to process when it comes to measuring, photographing them, and listing them. Just because that was some of the first things that I listed, so I got those down like that. But I do like doing the shoes too. I really do. I have some dress shoes and stuff that I have listed. I actually had a pair of UGG boots that weren't even up for like a week, maybe, that went really quick. For me, anyway, I was surprised. But so far, I think my fastest sale were the Lululemon shorts that I just found, my very first pair. I got them for $2. Because they didn't know what they were, the size, of course they were in the pocket. So they didn't have a size listed on the tag or anything. So I got them for $2, and they sold today for $40.
Wow. And now so you're a jeans person. I know that there's a lot of ways or a lot of things that you need to look in jeans. For me, when I when I get jeans, I need to look in the pockets, because what people don't realize, a lot of people don't look in the pockets, but what people don't realize is possibly there may be gum. There's a lot of times people put gum or different things in the pockets and it gets sticky in there, or candy or stuff like that. So you always gotta look at the pockets. Obviously the crotch area, you gotta check that for a few reasons. What are, like, when you pick up a pair of jeans, what's the first things that you look for?
The first thing I do with jeans when I look at them is make sure that the zipper and the button is functional. I check the pockets as well, make sure there's nothing there. Then I check the crotch to make sure it's all good. No stains, no rips, no tears. But then I go down the legs and I look at the ends of the legs, the ankle seams, and make sure they're not worn. But I have sold a pair that were completely jacked up. Hey, short girl problems. Hello. I'm only 5 foot tall even. It's hard for us short girls to find jeans that don't touch the ground or under our shoes. So
we have another question. Ashley. Oh, that's for Ashley in chat. I think she's in chat. Sorry. Ashley, when is Ashley expected? June 21st is when our baby is going to be here, I think. Yep. The crotch thing from Sublime. Yeah, definitely got to check those. I look for hems. Yep. Okay, so you mentioned I'm curious about this. You mentioned that, the chicken breast, how you kind of like really.
My daughter's laughing. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. first of all, I have a little obsession that I have not done yet, and I'm hoping now that I'm full time I can look into it. But I want to try couponing.
Oh no, my daughter's looking at me.
And I know it sounds weird, but I just want to try it. I find it
I
fascinating.
don't think it's weird at all. I don't think it's weird at all because I was like the coupon deal woman who had stockpiles.
So, you're that, and okay,
I was that one.
okay. I gotta. So when you guys take a plane, or you're in a bus, or you're somewhere confined, and the baby starts crying, and this is before you had kids, right? We've all had that time where a baby starts crying. You never had kids before, and you're like, we all know that we're like, please, like somehow put a muzzle in it, right? And then when you have kids, it's a completely different ball game because you realize there's not much you can do, right? So that's kind of the same thing with couponing. Like you go in these grocery store lines and you see somebody with a million coupons and you're like, oh my gosh, this is horrible.
Me. I was worse though. I actually had a big zip up binder and they were all in, the baseball card sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
I had mine organized.
Oh, so you were that person. Well, now I want to be the opposite. We have a couple before we go any further. Wade has officially lost his mind couponing. Yes.
I do see that Farm Girl had asked what the first item I sold was, and that is a pair of Nike running shorts.
Nice. Nike. Wade, I've been wanting to ask you, do you go to auctions to source? I do a lot of auctions. In fact, I'm known for auctions. I do more auctions than anything. I mean, I do thrifting. I mean, I purchased a few £100 at Goodwill in the last 2 weeks. But I do a lot of auctions. And if you have any questions about auctions, let me know. I do all kinds of government auctions, storage auctions, which is what I'm kind of known for. I do gov deals, so online auctions, like all kinds of auctions. So, okay, so tell us, I want to know about your couponing obsession real quick. Tell me a little bit about how, first of all, I guess the main thing I want to know is, I find it fascinating that you had 5 kids and anybody that has 5 kids has to budget. So what were a couple tips or tricks that you did to help budget for your family?
Well, see, I'm the typical, I need my pen and paper, and I wrote everything down. Our bills all went on, and I still do it to this day, even though I don't have to budget as much as I used to. Notebook and a pen or a pencil, whatever. But I always just make sure the bills get paid first, the important ones, and then I make a grocery list, and I have, like I said, I'm a little OCD. So I have the little miniature tubs, not like the big ones you store your clothes in behind you, but the little ones. And what I do is I actually have index cards, and I write the meals that I know how to make or I have recipes for, and they stay in a little index folder. So that helps me. And then I put them in that box, and then everything that I need that can go in the pantry goes in that box for that meal. Who needs hamburger helper boxes when you have your own box and you can have something better? So I do that. That helps me stay on with my budget. Coupons, they were a big deal for me, especially with teenage girls who are always wanting makeup. I used to get lots of free makeup. You used to rate my makeup too. But so makeup was a big deal with the coupons. I used to get all sorts of hair products. And like I said, I had 2 girls, so we had lots of that stuff going through the house. And I really did it more or less for the household goods, not necessarily for food, because then I'd start noticing that I was buying food that we weren't going to eat. So I kind of stayed away from the coupons for that, but I still stuck with all the toilet papers, paper towels, good stuff that the kids wanted that were not in my budget.
So that I think that's huge, because the reason I think couponing goes extremely well with reselling is it all comes down to the bottom line. And that's the reason I'm not going to do couponing full time. I'm not doing it to benefit, like, selling the products, but the fact that I want to do it is just to save the money on stuff that you use daily. That way you can put it back into your business, or you can save it, or whatever you're going to do with it. That's money that you would have spent that you didn't. So I think that's why I'm fascinated by people like you who have, because to be honest, I haven't necessarily been on a budget up until this point, because I've had that extra income. Right now I'm going to have to go on a budget. So I think it's really cool to learn a little bit about couponing and save that money. That way it can go towards more merchandise for your reselling business. Okay. I know that you just started Instagram. And so tell us first, the question I want to ask you is, give us a list of a few resellers, as many as you want, that you love watching on YouTube. And the reason I ask this is there's a lot of people new in chat. There may be a lot of people that are not new, of course. And I love every one of you guys. But I want to ask this question to you to kind of uncover other people that they can watch, not just me. So what's a few resellers that you enjoy watching?
So, of course, I have the bin pickers. I have you. Like I said, you and 10K were like, I saw that first interview and I was like, oh my God, I need to follow him. I need to watch his channel and all his videos. I do watch some of the Rockstar Flipper, Lindy Glenn, of course. I've been here recently, been binge watching some prof sales.
Yeah.
Rally Roots, the Thrifty Flamingo, Jim Butler. I was watching him before you had him on.
Oh, Jim, if you're watching, you've got a good subscriber here.
Dion Dean. I love some Dion Dean. I don't think I've heard her, anybody come on your show talking about her.
No,
Dion Dean
chat.
is my girl, and she is in Florida, and she is good.
Yeah, put her in chat when you get a second. That's awesome. I've actually never heard of her either.
I love her. And she does eBay and Poshmark. So.
We have a question here. How big do you want to grow eBay and Posh, and where do you see it in the next few years?
Well, right now I'm trying to stick with small goals. I have long-term goals, but I'm trying to reach smaller goals first, because I don't want to try to be like, oh, well, I'm not making $1,000 a month yet, so whatever. No, I don't want to set myself up for failure. So my goals are right now just to try to get it posted, get my stuff listed. I actually, knowing I was going to be coming on here, I was working on my death pile big time, because I didn't want to show that. That was bad. But so right now my goal is just to try to keep my death pile under control, and I'll be okay. Getting them listed is my biggest goal right now. If I'm making money in the process, I'm good. Learning, teaching, researching brands. And I was always that girl who didn't care what it was. If it fit me, I was wearing it. I'm such a tomboy at heart. I mean, in my first video that I posted, like I was telling Wade, is I didn't even have no makeup on. I didn't have my hair done. I didn't have nothing. I was just me. And, today I put a little effort in and, did a little curl.
You look amazing, Lisa.
But I'm just trying to grow my knowledge more than anything. Coming up within the next couple of months, hopefully I can actually start putting numbers to my goals. Right now, I really don't have that going. Mine is just to grow my knowledge.
So,
especially with eBay.
I forgot to say, so that Dion Dean is a cool one, and the Thrifty Flamingos, I think I saw you in one of their chats. Yeah, they're really cool.
And they've been doing this thing with Rake and Profit too.
Yep, I like the flamingo vibe. I feel like you go over there and they're gonna offer you a cocktail. Really cool. So, all right, so I know I'm putting you on the spot here, because the people in chat, when people go live with me, and Lisa can tell you, I literally went live with her 8 minutes before we had to go live. So
we were running a little late.
Yes. So I know I didn't prepare you for this, but do you have 3 or 4 items that you can show the crowd that you've purchased recently? You don't need to tell us what they're going to be sold for, but maybe a little bit of a few items that we can show the crowd?
Actually, do I knew that we were going to do this because this is my favorite part of your interviews. Can you hand me that one right there? I actually had bought this at, what was it, Mama? $2. Oh my goodness. Uptown Cheapskate. So I went to Uptown Cheapskate and I found this. It was on a $2 rack, I guess, because it's not in season. But it's this really gorgeous. I went and had it cleaned. When I was looking up their website, because I'd never heard of the brand. It is, what is that? Mackage? I don't know if you can see that. And even the little hanger part, even that is genuine leather. This is a wool jacket. They had it originally posted for $50 and it didn't sell. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab this because my daughter's moving to Maryland. And if she don't like it, I can just resell it. It was $2.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, okay. So when I was looking at the website, I actually sat down in the middle of the floor and Mia's like, what? And I'm like, the cheapest jacket on this website is like $280 and it's a windbreaker.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I think I did good with that.
Yeah. That's amazing. Isn't it cool when you get like stuff, it gets you all giddy, you want to list it really quick, throw it on the mannequin, make sure it's no hair on it, and then sell it.
Yes. And then you want to hand me that little PJ that we got today? My daughter actually found this for me because she knows that I like selling certain things. But this is just a little nightie. It's got the matching pants. Really cute. Today was half off. This is $3.99, so it was half off. It was $2. New with tags, Victoria's Secret.
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
So I like doing Victoria's Secret because that's where we like to go. Victoria's Secret just makes you feel good. So, even if I don't sell it for very much, I know that other women out there who are trying to find a good bargain that don't want to go spend Victoria's Secret prices, hey, if I can help them out with, posting that, maybe it's not worth my time, but it is worth the effort for someone else to feel good when they're in something like that.
Do you want to, you guys want to know something pretty crazy about me? You guys are going to laugh. But, so, and Ashley's probably in chat. She's like, what are you doing telling this? But, guys, I thought of something really cool. Get this. I know this is going to sound crazy, but just hear me out. So I thought, what can I do cool for Ashley? And what I did was I went to Victoria's Secret website and I signed up and got one of their credit cards. And so I'm probably the only guy on earth that has a Victoria's Secret credit card. But I thought,
no, it has two.
Your husband has one?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I don't feel like such a weirdo.
No,
okay.
He has one too, but it's because I used to be one of those girls. You are not spending $50 on a bra, okay? No. But now, now that I'm getting into the whole sales and stuff, because I'm always the clearance freak. I'm always the one that wants to go to thrift stores. Well, now when I'm going in there, like their semi-annual sale, I am looking through them $14.99 bras because yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I honestly don't feel weird anymore. That is amazing that you're not only does he barbecue, but he has a Victoria's Secret credit card. I tell you, you are one lucky lady. You are one lucky lady.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We've been together for 19 years. I met him. I had just turned 20 and he was 19. So, and he took on 3 of my children, because I had 3 children before we met. And he is amazing. He allowed me to stay at home and raise my kids because that's what I wanted to do. He, we worked on our budget. Like I said, I was the budget queen. I was the one that tried to figure out how to make everything work. And even when our bills seemed like they added up more than our income, we still made it. So, you know, things happen for a reason, and it was one of the really good things that he's very supportive. He's always been supportive. But I have to say, I've always been supportive for him too. You know, this was a big change moving here to San Antonio, and it was for him. But it has been life changing as well being here, because not only did I go out into the work field, get experience, and start reselling, but I lost 60 pounds when we first moved here.
First of all, congratulations on the 60 pounds. I have a stomach that I'm trying to get rid of too, but I understand how hard it is. I think that's amazing. And not only that, it's really hard, especially when it sounds like your husband knows how to cook, and that's got to be tough.
Well, I don't know how well y'all can see that, but that was me. I was quite the big girl. And yeah.
Wow.
I had gotten a lot smaller than even that second picture, but it was a goal of mine to lose. I wanted to lose 50 pounds by the time my granddaughter was born, because when we moved here, my daughter had just found out she was pregnant, my oldest daughter. And I didn't get to be there during the whole pregnancy, but I wanted to get healthy because I was going to have my first grandchild. That's why I set that goal, and I met it. And now I'm working on another goal.
How do you feel?
My daughter and her pregnancy.
How do you feel?
I feel a lot better, although I have gained probably about 10, 15 pounds since I've been injured. And it's really driving me crazy because I'm a runner. I like to run. I was the fat girl on the treadmill. And when you say you can't do it, there's no way, no, can't happen. I went to the gym. My hardest part was actually getting up and going to the gym. Once I was there, I was okay. So making myself go to the gym, physically just drive to the gym, was the hardest thing for me. And then when I got on the treadmill, I can't run. I got on that thing, I'd run for 20 seconds. And I felt good. I was like, okay, this is great. Next day, I'd run 30 seconds. And I mean, it seems so small and so tiny, but all that builds up over time. And then I was able to run 2 miles or whatever. And I was the fat girl on the treadmill running, and I didn't care what anybody thought, because the little skinny girl couldn't breathe. So it made me feel good that I could do that. And I know that my saying during that journey, and it's my saying right now during any of my journeys, is that you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable. You got to do it. That's why I'm on here. It's very uncomfortable for me, but I'm here and I'm doing it because you got to push through it.
So I can't say that enough. I think it's really cool. That's such an awesome saying, be uncomfortable, because we're creatures of habit. You want to do what's natural and what you feel comfortable with, but obviously to succeed in whatever you're trying to do in life. And I'm guilty of this too, falling back in your old ways. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to cut soda out.
I've been soda for 3 years, soda free 3 years.
How did you do it?
I was the one who would drink a case of soda by myself in less than like 3 days. I was Dr. Pepper from morning to night. No, how I quit was actually because I had a kidney infection that was really bad. I was prone to stones when I was younger, and actually lost a kidney to that. But I had the kidney infection, and for the life of me, I couldn't even drink tea. And I'm a sweet tea girl. I love sweet tea. But I drank water and cranberry juice for 3 weeks. And then when I went to try to even taste the soda, I gagged. I was like, nope, I'm done. That was it. When my husband tries to get a soda and he's like, well, here, just take a drink. I look at him, I'm like, I have been soda free for how long? No, thank you. That's gross.
So Stephanie
but I was the one that loved them. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got to give soda up. It's the carbonation that gets me. I've got to switch that. What Stephanie said, soda free for 6 years, fast food free for 6 years. Congratulations.
Sorry, it's amazing to me that people who are so, and it's an addiction. So when somebody is so addicted to sodas, or even something like a piece of cake every night or a bowl of ice cream every night, it's an addiction. And when you can break that, it's awesome.
Not to mention, you can tell. I mean, I know that you've been, reselling on Posh for a while now, but your health, the way you treat your body, has gotta have something to do with just your stamina and being able to work longer, do more efficient work. And so I think it's really important. Health definitely goes hand in hand with your work. In fact, a lot of companies now are doing sit and stand desks, so you're not sitting constantly. So I think it's really, really cool that you have adopted a more healthy lifestyle. And I got to quit the soda. Barry asked a question too. Are you planning on going eBay open this year? And if you're not, possibly maybe next year?
Not this year. And that's a definite no. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even if somebody paid for me to go, I wouldn't go. Only reason is, like I said in the beginning, my daughter's pregnant. She's only got about 5 weeks left. And I'm trying to spend as much time with her before she ups and moves to Maryland with my grandbaby. And it would be too hard for me just to go to eBay open and leave my baby and her newborn baby. No. Posh party.
Yeah, is that what that was? Oh yeah, it is.
Yes, that is the girl boss party or something.
Oh,
my daughter's like, because she's got hers going on too.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but the girl boss party. I am addicted to Poshmark. I think they're shipping, that the way they do shipping, the fact that you can put any item in any flat rate priority and send it off, it's just really amazing. I like the simplicity of the buyer paying for the shipping. One tip that I have, if you're coming from eBay to Poshmark, at least for me, I was pricing my items too high because my mindset on eBay was, a lot of times I do free shipping and I had to price that in with the item. And then when I went to Poshmark, I would do the same thing. And you got to remember the buyer pays for the shipping. So my prices were too high. So I had to adjust like my thinking with that. But, so Lisa, we're almost to that point, and I've got a couple more questions for you. First, do you have any tips, tricks, or anything that you can give everybody that's watching to help them with their reselling or just life in general?
For me, I say, if you've got a basket full of stuff that you need to list, go and list that. Don't be going out and sourcing, because I had 3 tubs overflowing with inventory. What was it, Thursday? I've got it down to 1 finally. But I kept wanting to go look for more and more and more and more. And it's just like, you get addicted to just wanting to go and source. But at the same time, it's like, it's not going to do you any good sitting in a basket on your floor waiting to be, photographed, measured, prepped, or however you want to do it, that, and just, if you're unsure, go to the next thing. Don't waste, an hour researching one product. If you're unsure, just go to the next thing and look. And then, because you're eventually going to get burnt out searching for that one product. And when you finally get it listed, you're not going to want to list anything else. And I've done that. Trust me, I'm ADHD. And I had went a week without my medicine. And I was getting so frustrated. I was only listing like 3 items a day. That's what happens though.
We have a couple questions in chat for you. I can answer this, but I think you can answer it probably better than I can. So I don't really understand the whole Posh party sharing. And I think when it seems not necessarily complicated, but different if you're an eBay seller. And real quick, guys, I want to spend 2 seconds on this. So it takes virtually no time for me to take an item from eBay and bring it over to different platforms. So eBay has millions of buyers, and Poshmark is getting to that point too. And I wouldn't be surprised if Poshmark starts shipping international soon. I think, Chris was talking a little bit about it. It makes sense to go global. So I would really recommend that you guys start a Poshmark account and list 1 or 2 items and just get familiar with the platform, because I can guarantee you Q4, which is the higher selling time for online clothing and whatever else you're selling, getting ready for Christmas, getting ready for when everybody has, and not only that, but Q4, a lot of times work slows down. So people shop, right? They have time to shop. So I think it's really important going into Q4 that you guys are on 2 platforms. So real quick, Lisa, can you explain what a Posh Party is real quick for our viewers?
Okay, so a Posh Party is during the day, there's like 3 parties that, they're specific. They're either like tops, your best in tops. So you share all your tops into the party. And then you can go in and share others' items that are best in tops that'll match that party into the party, or you can just share them to your followers. For me, I think I was focusing more on sharing everybody else's stuff than I was myself. And once I started promoting myself and my items, I started getting more sales. But I'm not saying don't share, because you really should be sharing other stuff, because then they're going to come back and they're going to share your stuff too. And it is great to have that social interaction and being a part of it. It's a community. It's there, everybody is super nice there. I haven't really had any issues with rudeness, and I think that's awesome too. Now you will get some ratings that are only 4 stars when you ship some stuff, and it may not even be your fault. I had one girl that gave me a 4-star rating because her legs were too skinny for the capris that I got sent her. So I'm like, I can't help it that your legs are tiny. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. But why did you give me 4 stars? And that's the other thing, is that I cried my first 4-star rating because I was keeping a 5-star on everything. And sharing it is important. Share your closet more than you share everybody else's, because you want that exposure to come to you. And then when you go in and share somebody's closet, you don't have to share their entire closet. I just get goofy like that because that's who I am. I'll go in and share all of Daily Refinement's closet, and he's got a lot of stuff. Oh Lord, I can't even get halfway through that anymore. Now I'm just like, oh my God, I'm sharing 10 of your stuff and I'm moving on. Let's go see what Wade's got.
Oh gosh.
So,
yeah,
but it is important to share others' closets too, because it is giving that same respect back to them for doing it for you.
So to sum it all up, a closet is kind of like an eBay store. Think of a closet as an eBay store. Like your closet is, all your items that you have for sale on Poshmark. And the idea of it is it's a community-based app where you can share your items that's in your closet, i.e., your eBay store, to your followers. And they do, guys, if you're looking to start Poshmark, try the what's it, Reseller Flamingos? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank now. Lisa, what is
Flamingos?
it? Yeah, Thrifty Flamingos. Yes. Look them up on YouTube, because they're a great couple that do both eBay and Poshmark, and they cross post. But I can promise you, you guys will be extremely happy once you're on 2 platforms coming into 4th quarter. So look into it. It's really cool stuff. Hopefully that answered a few of your questions. Lisa, what is it going to be like? Give us a little snapshot about your YouTube channel. I'm going to put your YouTube channel in chat, guys. Make sure you subscribe to her. We try to get everybody that views these to 100 subscribers, so that way they can go live and feed more content and their journey and their personality. And I would love for more people to get to know Lisa. But Lisa, I need a commitment from you. What's YouTube going to be like for you? Are you promising they're going to put more content out? Give us a little snapshot of your YouTube.
Absolutely. So I am planning on trying to record my journey from the beginning. Yeah, I've been in it since I've been doing Poshmark since the end of February, but I'm still early enough on for people to see that you have to start somewhere. It's not like I make sales daily, because I don't, but when I do, what was it, last weekend, I had 14 sales on Saturday from Poshmark. So it was quite awesome. I was like printing out stuff, and my husband was like, whoa, wait, did you make another sale? Yeah. And then it was like, we were already laying down, going to sleep. And then the printer goes off. He's like, really, babe? I was like, it wasn't me. It was Mia.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, just the daily life, I want to be able to record, my ups and downs, not just my successes, but my failures too. If I screw up, I want people to know that, hey, look, we screw up too. And learn from me because I don't want you to mess up either. But not only that, but I also want to be able to, not just do pre-recorded. I'd like to do some live videos and interact and be able to answer questions and just have fun. It's supposed to be fun. You got to enjoy what you're doing in life or you're not going to want to do it.
So Mama says, Mama loves Lisa. Mama loves Lisa.
Oh, my hip flipping mama. We were talking about coming on your show and I was telling her that I was thinking about it, that I was scared. And I told her, but I'm going to make sure I have some clean bras before.
Real Talk says she's getting close to 40 subscribers. That is awesome. Everyone is super supportive. Guys, subscribe to her YouTube channel. I'll put it in chat. Please like the video. I've got a lot of content coming out the next 2 months. And what I mean by a lot is a lot of ways that I sell, not live videos, edited videos. I've got a lot of content. So make sure you hit the like button. And we don't get paid as creators, at all. It just gets it out in the YouTube world so more people can discover Lisa. And if you guys have YouTube channels, I am a YouTube channel that welcomes you guys to promote your own YouTube channels. So if you want to promote your YouTube channel, you can put it below in the comments, your YouTube name, so people can find you. I think that for YouTube, I was telling Lisa, I made literally less than $5 so far since I've started YouTube, and my camera cost $650, right? And the reason I bring that up is because I'm doing this because I truly enjoy starting a YouTube channel, and I think everybody else will too. Of course, I'll make more money when I get monetized, when YouTube eventually approves those applications. But until then, I think everybody needs to be on YouTube. They need to share their journey, how they're reselling. I can take somebody like Lisa and then a few weeks later see her on YouTube and do a YouTube live, and I can see how she's progressed. So guys, crush it 2018. I really appreciate all the support. Lisa, do you have any parting words for us? Do you have any words of wisdom that you can, give us any kind of nuggets before we leave?
Well, first of all, guys, I did do the little hair and makeup thing. I plan on being more natural me. Like in my first video, I looked a hot mess, but it's okay. Cause y'all are gonna love me anyway, because that's who I am. But I wanted to say not only thank you to you, Wade, for having me on your show and helping me get through it, because y'all know I was nervous. I'm camera shy. And your show is just amazing. I love watching you. I love being able to interact with everybody in the chat because everybody's super nice. There's no bickering and no fighting and no being stupid in chat. And I find that very, very refreshing. But I have one more thing for you. And it's actually not for you, it's for Ashley. I want to thank Ashley for giving up some of her time with you to do this, because you have to be a supportive wife to be able to be, know that your husband's going to be out in the garage Monday through Wednesday doing interviews for an hour. And that does mean a lot, especially for someone who, I have a husband too, it's hard to give up a little bit of extra time, but she knows why you're doing it and she knows your heart is in it. And I wanted to thank her too from the bottom of my heart. So.
And I want to thank Ashley too. She was amazing. She's such a trooper. 2 months in, less than 2 months, we're gonna be having our kids. So she's running around the house with 3 dogs and a going on 2-year-old and somebody like me who's got a lot going on. So I appreciate it. I appreciate all the kind words, Lisa. I appreciate you joining the chat. Appreciate you being a part of the community. Thank you so much for the nuggets. I think going on your phone, opening up a web browser and going on Poshmark, I've never heard that before. That's why I have people on the show.
You're gonna be like sending me a message. Oh my God, this is so much better. Trust me, just try it. Even if you don't like it, just go in and try it. What's gonna hurt to try something once? And it's
Yes.
not like you're eating a new food and you don't like it and you might gag. No, this is just trying something different on your phone.
What kind of foods have you gagged on before?
Oh, onions.
Onions.
I used to be a really big onion eater when I was small. I actually used to take onions and eat them like apples. Ugh. Now
Oh,
I like the way they taste, but I don't like the texture. I don't like the crunch. No, I'm good.
no onions. Okay. All right. Well, if anything else, guys, don't eat onions as apples, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, guys, if you're watching this and it's not live, I'm gonna put Lisa's YouTube channel below. Keep her accountable, guys. Make sure you keep her accountable. And real talk, by the way, I will definitely, if you got to get Instagram, buddy, because Instagram is the way that I'm using right now to communicate. But I promise you, I will get to you. It's been tough because I've literally been only like, last week was my full-time week, so I'm trying to get back in the game here. But if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, I would love to support you. And you guys have an awesome night. Lisa, you're amazing.
All right, guys. Love y'all.
Thank you so much. See you guys.